Imagine a nation that started with a handful of poorly equipped volunteers, facing the mightiest army in the world. In 1775, the Continental Army was formed to fight for independence from Britain. With minimal training, limited supplies, and no experience in large-scale warfare, these early soldiers relied on courage, strategy, and sheer determination to survive and win. The Revolutionary War was not just a battle of armies, it was a battle of ideas, morale, and ingenuity. Generals like George Washington understood that victory did not come from numbers alone. Guerrilla tactics, strategic retreats, and alliances with foreign powers, especially France, turned the tide in favor of the colonies. By 1783, the United States had won its independence, but its military remained small and largely untested on the world stage. The 19th century brought new challenges. The War of 1812 tested the young nation against Britain once more, while the Mexican-American War expanded its territory and experience in coordinated military campaigns. The Civil War 1861–1865 was arguably the ultimate test of American military strength. Brother fought against brother, and both sides had to innovate rapidly to sustain long campaigns. Railroads, telegraphs, and industrial production became integral to military strategy, laying the groundwork for modern warfare. Entering the 20th century, the United States faced its first major global conflict, World War I. Although initially hesitant to join, America's involvement provided fresh troops and resources that helped tip the balance in favor of the Allies. Lessons learned here, combined with an expanding industrial base, prepared the nation for the most transformative conflict in its history, World War II. During World War II, America transformed into an industrial and military powerhouse. Factories churned out tanks, planes, ships, and ammunition at unprecedented rates. The U.S. Navy dominated the seas, while the Air Force extended America's reach across continents. The development and use of nuclear weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki forever altered the global military landscape. By 1945, America had emerged not just as a victor, but as a new superpower, capable of influencing global affairs like never before. The conclusion of World War II marked the beginning of a new era, the Cold War. The Soviet Union had emerged as a rival superpower, and the United States faced a new kind of war, one of ideology, nuclear deterrence, and global influence. The arms race began in earnest. The U.S. invested heavily in nuclear weapons, long-range bombers, submarines, and intercontinental missiles. Military bases were established around the world to project power quickly wherever needed. The creation of NATO in 1949 signified a strategic alliance designed to counter Soviet influence and protect Western Europe. The Korean War 1950–1953 and the Vietnam War 1955–1975 tested American military might in unconventional ways. These conflicts highlighted the importance of mobility, intelligence, and technological superiority. Helicopters became vital for troop movement, while advanced communication systems allowed coordination across vast distances. Even when facing unexpected setbacks, the U.S. military continually adapted, learning lessons that would shape future operations. During this period, America also pioneered major advancements in technology. Jet aircraft, nuclear submarines, and early computing systems gave the U.S. a strategic advantage. Military research was closely tied to scientific innovation, and the development of weapons often drove breakthroughs in engineering and electronics. This synergy between science and strategy ensured that the U.S. would maintain a lead in both conventional and nuclear warfare. By the 1980s, the Cold War had become a battle not just of armies but of influence, with proxy wars, intelligence operations, and diplomacy all playing critical roles. America's military strength was no longer just about its ability to fight. It was about its capacity to shape global events, deter aggression, and maintain a world order aligned with its interests. With the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the United States emerged as the uncontested global superpower. But maintaining that status required adaptation to a rapidly changing world. Traditional battlefields were no longer the only arenas of conflict. New threats emerged: terrorism, cyber warfare, and space-based challenges. The Gulf War of 1991 demonstrated the U.S.'s ability to wage high-tech warfare. Precision-guided munitions, Stealth aircraft and satellite communications allowed forces to strike with accuracy previously unimaginable. Iraq and Afghanistan further tested American military strategy, emphasizing counterinsurgency, special operations, and rapid deployment capabilities. One of the most significant modern innovations has been the rise of drones and unmanned vehicles. These machines have redefined surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeted strikes. Operations that once required ground troops can now be carried out remotely, minimizing risks while maintaining maximum effect. Cyber warfare is another frontier. The U.S. invests billions annually in protecting its networks and developing offensive capabilities. Conflicts in the digital realm can cripple infrastructure, influence elections, or disable military systems without a single bullet being fired. Even the final frontier is now part of military strategy. The establishment of the U.S. Space Force highlights the recognition that satellites, missile defense, and space-based communications are critical for 21st century warfare. The modern U.S. military integrates technology, intelligence, and rapid deployment to maintain unmatched global reach. Advanced AI, robotics, and next-generation weapons continue to enhance capabilities, ensuring the U.S. remains at the forefront of military innovation. Conclusion. From a handful of volunteers in 1775 to the most advanced military force in the world today, America's journey is a story of strategy, innovation, and perseverance. Its military power is not just a reflection of history, it is a blueprint for the future of global influence. Whether in traditional warfare, technological dominance, or new frontiers like cyberspace and outer space, the U.S. military continues to shape the world in ways unimaginable to those early soldiers who first took up arms for independence.